Hello, my name is Keshwani. It's Keshwani, Keshwani. We are here because we want to learn to read and write Hindi. We are also here because we want to learn to read and write Urdu. We are doing both at the same time. Today is our lesson number 83. Let's take a look at it. Today we'll do the very last line, last two lines of the song, very last two lines of the songs, the two lines that breaks the hubris, that breaks the arrogance of the emperor that she's talking to. The king, she's addressing the king in this song because she has fallen in love with the king's son, the prince, and she's talking to him in the song. And the last two lines is where she's going to destroy, obliterate his hubris, his arrogance, because this is what she says. Here we go. It says, Pa, Ra, and then we have a Dal, Da, and then A, Parda. As you can see, in Hindi, it ends with A ki matra. In Urdu also, it makes a sound of A ki matra, Parda. But, as we have seen many times, many words in Urdu language, even though they end with A ki matra, for some strange and inexplicable reason, the correct spelling calls for a H. Choti hai. This hai. Now I just happen to draw it like a triangle. It doesn't have to be, it's not like a triangle. It's something like this, right there. The second one, choti hai. We have to put them together and then it will read parda. Parda. What's the parda? Parda is a veil. Parda is a veil. Parda is a niqab. It's a hijab. But we'll see in a second how the word is being used here. It is not used here in its literal sense, in the physical form. It is not used in a literal sense. Let's write that line first. Parda nahi. Na hai. And then choti ye, which is going to give us badi ki matra. But so far it says nahi. We don't need nahi, we need nahi. We need a nasalized N at the end. So we put a nun gun now. And in Hindi we put the dot on top of it. Now we have to go and change this form. This choti ye is going to take this form when it appears in the middle, and we put them together. Nahi. That's what it says. Nahi. Nahi as in not. Parda nahi. Parda nahi. Jab. Jeem and be. Jab. Parda nahi jab ko E. We have done this word many times, so I'm not going to spend the time here. Parda nahi jab koi khuda. Khe. That's a kh. Let's stop for a second, okay? Let's stop here for a second. That kh that is written here so far, the way it is written in Hindi, that kh is technically, this kh, strictly speaking, it is KH. For which in Urdu we'll write it as kaf plus to chashmi hai, which is going to look like this. So we have this kha in Urdu, we have this kha which we produce with kaf and do chashmi hai, like there. But then we have another kha which looks like this, which does not exist in Hindi. And that kha is what we need here for khuda. And when the correct spelling calls for that khe is called khe, the name of the letter is khe. When correct spelling calls for that K, what we do is, when we are writing the word, we write the K, and to remind ourselves that we need a K, this K, we put a dot underneath it. because this K does not exist in Hindi. So far it says K. We don't need a K, we need a Khu. We need a U ki matra. And then we need a Da. And now we use Khuda. Khuda is in God. Let's erase all of this thing so we can have some more room. So Khuda is going to look like this. Khu Da. Don't forget the dot. Khu Da. पर्दा नहीं जब कोई खुदा से seen and a बड़ी पर्दा नहीं जब कोई खुदा से. What does she mean by that? She said that I do not see the need to veil myself, to put a veil on my face when I'm in front of my God Almighty. What she's trying to say is that I do not hide from my God Almighty. I do not hide from God Almighty because I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed because I have not done anything wrong. All I have done is that I have fallen in love. Falling in love is not a crime. Falling in love is not a sin. I have not committed a sin. Therefore, I am not ashamed when I stand in front of God Almighty. I show Him my face. As I said, here, parda is not used in a literal sense. It's a symbolism for shame. She said, I have no shame. Why should I be ashamed? I have done nothing wrong. I have not committed no sin. I have not committed no crime. Piyar kiya hai, chori nahi ki. She has not committed a sin. She has not stolen something. So she's talking to the king. She said that when I'm in front of God Almighty, I do not hide myself. I do not put on a parda. Then why the bloody hell would I do it for you? Why would I hide from you? If I'm not ashamed when I'm in front of God Almighty, why would I be ashamed in front of you? I have done nothing wrong. I have simply fallen in love. Next line she will say exactly what I just told you. In the next line she will tell him, why the bloody hell should I hide myself from you? In the next line, that's exactly what she will say. Let's raise this thing. पर्दा नहीं जब कोई खुदा से. Bo, no. Bo, no. Then we need a the. We don't need a the, we need a do. But so far it says bando. We don't need bando, we need bandon. We need bandon. We need a nasalized N at the end. So we put a nun now. Bandon. Or we put a nun guna in Hindi, we just put a dot. Bando. Bando simply means human, people, ordinary people. Bando. Let's put them together. Singular would be banda, banda being the guy, male, bandi is the female, banda, bandi, bando, or bande. Here is bando. Bando se पर्दा करना क्या. बंदों से पर्दा करना क्या. And as I said, what this line says actually is this. It says, why the bloody hell should I be ashamed? Ashamed as in to hide myself. Hide myself, hence the parda. Why the bloody hell should I be ashamed or hide myself from a mere Mortal. A mere mortal is just a fancy way of saying a person, a human. We are all mortal. We die. We face mortality as opposed to the God Almighty, who is immortal, obviously. Why the bloody hell should I be ashamed, hide myself from a mere mortal when I feel no need to hide myself, when I see no need to put a parda on when I'm in front of God Almighty? पर्दा नहीं जब कोई खुदा से बंदों से पर्दा करना क्या. That was the end. Bye now.